team. She had a good outing in Michigan last year. She's had several outings. She is 8-ball, 9-ball, and 10-ball Spanish champion. So, I'm going to go with you and say I would say she's 20 points over her Fargo.
Yep.
Or we'll play at least that. And again, Fargo can be subjective as to a player has a range. They can play up to 60 to 100 points better on a given day.
Yeah, she's one of those players that is capable when she's playing well.
Chihiro has won the break, won the lag, and she will be breaking first. In the second set, Mayte will be breaking because they alternate the sets. But it's winner break, 10-ball, races to 4.
Solid hit there, makes the 7 in the corner. Pretty close on the 1 passing the 9. If it doesn't, she'll play safe behind the 9 with the cue ball.
Yeah, there's $500,000 in prize money this week in all 5 events, pro events that are going on here. In addition, we have the CSI Expo, which is the greatest pool experience in the world. And we have 7 amateur players running around with 347-foot Predator tables.
Yeah, what an event we have going here.
And you'll notice in the background that our tables are pretty empty because it's pretty early in Las Vegas still. And the other ballroom's full, but I guess they didn't schedule too much for this ballroom. The teams are not here yet. Just
tough carom there. Had to catch that one really thinly. Just caught it a little thick. So first chance of the match goes to Ropero. Going to have some maneuvering to do to get back up table here. Kind of like her stun drawing the cue ball to the right of the 6.
One of the funny things is, well, not funny, just both players are sponsored by Mez, and they both play with Mez equipment. That's kind of just a lot of people like to know what kind of cue they're playing with. And
yeah, Mez, big company out of Japan, where Kawahara is from. Didn't quite get into that cue ball enough. Gonna have to kick at this ball 2 rails.
And that beep you heard in the background was the shot clock. They are on a 30-second shot clock, a 30-second extension per rack, per player. They have a minute after the break.
And again, it is the first round of the tournament, so Ropero's played under shot clock conditions before, but kind of the first visit at the table, you realize, oh, geez, I only have 30 seconds, and she got to the end of it there. She still could have took her extension, but she knew the shot.
The first beep you hear is 10 seconds.
Okay.
And then it beeps down after that.
Pretty close to being able to pocket this ball. I have a feeling she can't. If she can, she'd be looking at the cross bank, which involves a double kiss. Might choose to try to throw it in with some right spin. She's got enough of it. Nice shot.
And she got a shot into the 3.
There's an aggressive shot here, tracking the cue ball across table twice and playing the 4 in the same pocket as the 3.
That's what I was looking at, and I was thinking just play the cue ball towards the 9, and it's all speed. Just like that. Is it hard?
Nice
Yes,
shot.
just like that. Textbook.
Yeah. Not easy execution there, so.
And that's actually not a shot that your average 635 will execute very well.
Yeah,
either.
yeah. Whatever her results are, I think they might be a little bit compiled with maybe she improved quickly and she's right on her way up. Had some weaker results when she first started competing, but I believe that this should be a good match, and she's very capable. Good cue ball there, just barely missed the pocketing on the 4. Again, getting a little bit down to the end of her shot clock, so just going to have to settle into her rhythm a bit. She's got the right edge of the 4 here, can come around 2 rails. Play the cue ball behind the 5, kind of line the 4 up with the 6 as well. Just overhit it and caught the window between the 5-10. So small opening here for Ropero. Could choose to play an offensive bank or just go all in on the safe. Nice thing about the bank is it's gonna leave distance between the cue ball and the 4. I think it's worth going for. It's a margin call.
I like it. She could end up underneath, and she's going safety all the way.
Nothing
I like
wrong
that
with
a
that
lot.
either. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, the percentage on executing that safe is very high, right?
Sure. And it's actually executed very well.
Yep.
She had 2-rail kick. Yeah. Oh, this is a great view with a great camera view to line this up. She's going to go 1 rail the other way. I like going 2 rails at it and using the corner pocket where she's standing as a guide. You know, half the distance between the 2 balls that you want to hit. She hit it nicely. And then just parallel that line, and you come right into the 4 ball.
Got fairly safe here. She'll be going for the combo. She'll be going offense here. Safe options aren't easy for Ropero.
Tough thing about these combos like this, Eric, I find it tough, is the distance between the 2 object balls.
Definitely. Yeah, it's missable. Yeah, tougher than it looks. And again, getting to the end of her shot clock, and you can kind of see her body language there. It's like, you know, just realizing that she's not quite set to the proper pace that she wants, kind of getting those beeps in the background. She'll figure it out. Can play the cue ball around 3 rails behind the 6 here. Didn't quite get there. Gonna be looking for a safe again from Ropero here. Possibly the same shot. Nice thing about this one is the 8 and the 9 could help her out as well.
I kind of like going for this.
You could.
Because the cue ball, the way I look at it is the cue ball would go between the 6 and the 10 all the way down. And if you overcut if you miss it on the pro side, it's going to come back to the middle of the table. And so you'll end up with the distance and the 4 ball in the middle of the table.
Yeah, I think she's going to do that. That's the worst result from that spot. You know, there was a chance to get a 2-way safe.
Yeah. And that's the problem with being halfway accurate is you hang up the ball instead of missing it and getting safe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a good opening, but can she get the cue ball past the 8-9 to get position on the 5?
Nice shot, proper shot there around the 8. 10 got in the way though. Tricky cueing. She'll be trying to kick the 5 in here. Tough to get an exact safe out of this type of kick. Looks like she might have the right edge of it. Just going to play the 5 up table and the cue ball behind the 6. Yeah, it's a very thin edge. The 5's not really going to move if she does hit it.
And kicking off the bottom, the short rail there. She's kicking into the open, so there's no chance of a safety, really.
Mm-hmm.
Not much of a chance of a safety.
Did about as well as she could there. Cue ball's tracking towards the 8-9 here. Ropero will be trying to miss both those balls. I feel like the cue ball's really tracking into the 9, though. You could run into the 9. Good things will still happen if you do. Pretty thin cut going to the top right corner pocket. That would free the cue ball up more, but I think could also just play the cue ball behind the 9 here. Good shot. Still gave herself a chance at the run out here.
Yeah, same type of a back cut on the 6 as she just got on the 5.
Bit of a scrappy opening rack here. And you can see Ropero kind of taking a little more time. I understand that on a shot like this. Maybe even take her extension. Good shot. Just come up one rail here for the 9 on the side. Cue ball's going the wrong way here. Gonna have to decide if she wants to cinch it or get a little more aggressive and play the cue ball back towards the 10. I feel the problem going forward is that she might have to stun it. So she's just gonna cinch the ball. Anytime you have to stun the ball, you want to avoid that option.
And this 10 ball for the long first game. That was a long game.
Yeah, but a lot of exchanges.
Sure.
Ropero had more chances than Kawahara.
Center of the pocket. Mayte takes game number 1 in a race to 4. Winner breaks. Keep in mind that the format is the first one to win 2 out of 3 sets of 4. If they are tied after 1, it goes to a shootout.
Players, can I have your attention, please? I want to remind everyone that this is a no smoking, no vaping, no tobacco or other substance venue. If you are caught, you will be asked to leave. You also risk disqualification from the tournament in doing so. Please do not vape or smoke in the venue.
And that your referee is Mary Catherine Griggs. She's from Birmingham, Alabama. Racking the balls for the ladies on the Predator Arrow rack on these 9-foot Apex Predator tables, the Arcadia cloth. Lit up by 7 perimeter lights, arena lights from Predator. Lights up the whole arena. Game number 2.
Solid square hit there from Ropero. Nothing down though, and Kawahara's gonna have a shot on the 1.
Breaking from the side. All the balls ended up on the side she broke from.
Yeah.
But a nice available shot for the 1 ball. Look how nice this lays.
Yeah, only tricky shot is from the 3 or the 4, but the 2 is in perfect position to get the angle on the 3 she needs.
Exactly.
So.
And that's that. And then everything is pretty much one shot leads to the next.
Yeah, gonna make her a favorite here to run this rack. Of course, takes staying in line and good execution.
.48 women are signed up for the Las Vegas Open, Women's Open.
They'll be playing the PBS Predator Women's Showdown.
Yes.
Starting on the 26th as well, 27th.
That'll have 16 of the highest rated on the WPBA.
Got a little straight here.
Yes, she did.
Might be forced into a combo on the 6, which will be tough. Could power follow this ball around 3 rails.
I kind of like that, with the exception that it's on new cloth.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to slide a little bit. She's far enough from a rail though that it should work out for her. Yeah, she's just following it down to.
Well, position to play safe. That's a defensive play here. I mean, she's on a 100% save. Actually has to draw the cue ball just a little bit, making the shot trickier. Cue ball doesn't have to move very far at all, though, here. Good shot. Tougher than it looked because she had to draw it. Believe she's got her on the 4. Taking a close look at it, looking like she has got all the 4 ball. This is a smart kick here. Best chance of hitting the ball, half ball underneath, and got rewarded.
Oh boy, did she get rewarded.
Wasn't specifically trying to risk hitting it that thin, but good things were going to happen if she hit it on that side of the ball.
And those good things can't happen unless you hit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And the A ball came up big in the natural angle for the kick.
Yeah, 6 as well. She might go long here. Nice shot. So first, Kawahara had one opening, just didn't get the angle she wanted on the 3. Wasn't able to win this safety battle, and Ropero is going to be in with a good chance to win her second rack of the set here. Seven ball only has one pocket, but a lot of room over on the left side of the table to get the cue ball in good position for that. I like just getting close to the 6 here. Might sound like an odd call, but I don't mind playing it in the right corner pocket. I feel like there's just more positional value being on the other side of the table. See, she had to get a real small angle here. I mean, you can still get over there. I guess you just play a power follow. She might be a little straight because I feel like she would have been down on the shot already. If she is that straight, she could power draw out of it to the right long rail. Come back to the other side of the table.
I'm right down the line of the shot. I can see that, and it's just a power follow, straight up.
Okay.
And that's what she's done. Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah, it looked a little straighter on the monitor than it did on the line of the table. Yeah, Mayte played with David Alcaide and Francisco Sanchez in Austria for the World Team Championships. They got pretty far too, if I remember correctly. They were probably in the final 4.
Yeah, they made it to the second stage, I think. Yeah. Soft draw here, just trying to maintain angle on the far end of the table and move back towards the 10.
Oh, overcut that.
That's an underrated shot when you're elevating from the rail there. Those are ones that got to go in, though, if you want to beat a player of Kawahara's rank.
And as you mentioned, her playing above her Fargo, or we feel she does, playing with David Alcaide and Francisco Sanchez will up your game.
Yeah.
Definitely up your game.
Yeah, I feel like she's a player that's improved a lot in the last year and a half, 2 years at most. Textbook fundamentals from Kawahara. Slow backswing, pause at the back, nice acceleration through the ball. Reminds me of Simming Chen a little bit. Be nice to see her this week.
She's playing on, she will be playing.
Yeah, she's in the Women's Las Vegas Open and the Women's Invitational. All the big names in women's pool will be here. Kelly Fisher, Allison Fisher, Seo. Han Yu will be here as well. So Ropero had a chance to go up, had to take a decent lead in the first set there, but Kawahara fought back and leveled the score at 1 each. Ropero looks a little edgy. I mean, it's her first match of the tournament. Might not have competed in a major tournament for a while. Gotta think she plays on the Women's European Tour, which is fairly competitive.
Check.
Nice hit, almost got the 1. Ball's fighting to get in the pocket, and the 8 goes down. She'll be playing safe here behind the 4, as long as the 1's not banking into the 4-5, which I feel like she can get it going to the right of those balls. Just taking a little extra care here, making sure the 1's not banking into the 4-5. Could actually play it a two-way bank, almost. Yeah, she was... I mean, it's a good save. It's a successful save, but she was really worried about colliding with the ball she was playing safe behind, so she just kind of backed off a little bit and made sure that didn't happen.
And here comes the short stick. We haven't seen that many jumps, have we, the last couple?
Doesn't seem like it, yeah.
And yesterday, all day yesterday, and this is the first match of the day, so.
Cue ball and the object ball will be going opposite ways here, as long as she hits it on the right side. Or she catches the point, then it comes back towards her. Two-way bank here for Kawahara. Feel like she's got to go for it, calling it immediately. Can leave the cue ball on the short rail here. Nice hit, good speed. Four is going to have to go in the same pocket as the 2. She can come around 2 rails here and try to get back to the left side of the table and play a natural angle up the same side. Didn't like this track quite as much because you have to get a real small angle to stay over on that side of the table. She did get it though. Gonna have to power out of it a little bit.
Mayte looking over her shoulder, seeing if she has the angle to get to the ball. And what kind of an angle. Can she stun this over to the left side?
Yeah, there's enough angle going to the right. Gonna have to power out of it. I don't think she was playing for that pocket. I think she just overstunned it. Don't believe she has the pocketing angle. Could maybe play the 4 off the 6.
That's actually, well, the 6 isn't froze, so it's doable.
Yeah, it's there. As long as she has enough of the 4, it's there. So I think she's considering the cross bank.
I kind of like the cross bank because it gives her a nice position for it, but it's a sellout if she misses.
Hit it at more speed.
Yeah.
This safe's tougher than it looks. A lot tougher, actually, especially considering the 4 is right near the pocket. She could play the cue ball thinly off the right side of it and try to use the 10 as a blocker. 6 could end up blocking the pocket for the 4 as well. Could also swing the cue ball around 3 rails near the 9. Just got rushed on her shot clock. It's not the shot she wanted to shoot there.
Yeah, she wanted to thin that ball. She hit it pretty fat. Double kissed it.
I think Ropero used her extension once, but just noting how many times she's been near the end of her shot clock, I feel like she could consider using it every rack or in spots like that. Good clean stroke there. Kawahara is going to have a big edge in this rack. Just have to stay in line now. Ideally powering the cue ball over to the left side rail here and drawing straight back for the 7. Good shot. Good angle to come back for the 7. Cue ball could track into the bottom left corner pocket here, but she'll be cheating certain parts of the pocket to make sure that doesn't happen. Could actually go to either side of it. I think I'd favor the outside of the pocket just to be safe. Cinched it. I don't know. For me, it's like if you can never miss the ball by playing the tougher position, you want to consider playing the tougher position. Like, I don't feel like she would have ever missed the 6, drawing straight back there.
Yeah, and the other thing about it is on this new cloth and responsive cloth, the draw shot is very easy. Those long draw shots aren't as tough as they are on, the cloth has been worn already.
It's interesting though. On the other hand, you'd say, well, if you had that shot in the 7, you should never miss as well. So what's the difference, right? I mean, you're moving the cue ball more. You're keeping the 10 out of play if you just stop the cue ball there. My intuition is to always try to get better on the ball, though.
Closer.
Yeah.
Better. Yeah. I like being a couple feet away. But there's a certain amount of risk. You're firing the ball into the hole, and sometimes they just rattle out.
Yeah.
If you don't hit them just pure.
Yep. Could have drew all the way back in the corner. Good finish there from Kawahara, leaving the set 2-1 now. She'll be breaking in the 4th game. Kawahara and Ropero are at about 50-50 in table time. Kawahara's been at the table 53% of the time. Ropero's been at the table 47% of the time. Kawahara's made a ball on both her breaks. 1 on each of them. And she's had the first shot on both those breaks as well. 6 missed balls from Ropero. That's a little glaring there. Yeah, Kawahara's hitting the break well. Not guaranteed to make a ball every time with the hand rack. But I think that could be a good break going forward for her in the tournament. Ropero can come across 2 rails here. She's in good line for the first 3 balls. 4's leading nicely into the 5 as well, so it's a rack that she can run. Bit of movement from 5, 6, 7. Have to navigate that. Going to be more cue ball movement than she wanted here, but there is a track between the 9, 10 that she can go through twice and move back towards the 3. She's going to go out the corner.
Wow.
Nothing wrong with it as long as you're confident in your pocketing. Again, I try to tend to play the cue ball more. My intuition was the side there, but nothing wrong with going corner there if you feel like you're going to make that ball. See, this is the pace that I want her to be in. This is the pace that I've seen her, just get through the rack smoothly. That shot was a little easier, but I mean, even here, it's just like, draw the cue ball to the left of the 5. Should be fine, right? I feel like she is a rhythm player. She's just not quite settled in yet.
Yeah, she can just stun this ball and come right off the rail into the 7, and she's perfect on the 5.
I've seen her play at that higher rhythm, though, and she plays well at that higher rhythm.
She does. She's a very rhythmic player. Perfect. One of the things I think I've noticed with her is when that beep goes off, it's like she starts moving too fast.
Yeah, it distracts her a little bit.
There it was, and there was a little kind of a nod of the head. Might have just been coincidental. This is going to be a big shot here. Well, she can follow it.
Yeah, I like following it with right spin, coming around 3 rails.
I also like the draw shot, but I like to follow much better.
Over deflected the cue ball with how much speed she played in it. I think she was worried about the cue ball tracking too far to the right on the follow. It barely was. It's tough to know. You'd have to be over the ball. It felt like it was there. Just played the safer route where she knew she was never going to get in trouble with the following track, but had to hit the ball a lot harder. Containing safe from Kawahara here. I like jumping at this, hitting the right side of the 6, playing the 6 up table. Calling the 6 in the side. See if she gets coverage here from the 9. It's close. Feel like Kawahara barely has it. Just getting right down, looking at the angle. Doesn't have enough of it to pocket it, so she's playing off the right side of the 6. Really needed the cue ball behind the 8-9 there. chose to play a little more distance, and it's going to be a big tester here for Ropero. See if Mayte can come with a big shot here. Elevate a little bit, power draw stroke. Again, just over deflected the ball. A lot of speed, playing left spin as she should have. Just misjudging the deflection there. So Kawahara with a natural track back up to the 7. Track the cue ball a little bit to the right of the 10. 2 rails. Gonna run into the 10.
Oh, that's not going to help.
Yeah.
I was wondering if she could just gone one rail straight down for that. Although I like the 2 rail path, but she had to put a little bit of English on that.
Just play on the shorter side of the 7?
Exactly, and play on the short side of the 7.
Looking to play the cue ball behind the 10 here. Or possibly going thin and using the 8-9. Good shot. Tough kick for Ropero. Might have to half swerve the ball.
Yeah, I kind of like the swerve there. That's what she's looking at.
Spin kind of ran out on her. Kawahara, big favorite here to go up 3-1 in the first set. First 2-game lead of the match. Jump for the cue ball. Not slowing down yet. Just stopped in front of the side.
I like the reaction, just waiting. Is he going to get there or not?
Yeah. Just got straight enough where there shouldn't be much of an issue here. It's been a scrappy match so far. Both players just fighting to find their rhythm. But Kawahara takes the 3-1 lead in the first set.
That's 3 games in a row, too. Mayte wins the first one off of Kawahara's break. And it's been all Chihiro.
Really solid player, actually. She's had wins over strong players and finishes in high finishes in major tournaments.
She was 3rd in Michigan last year. She also was 5th in the Women's World 9-ball. It was, I think, January last year in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
She was a runner-up in 2016 Women's World 9-ball. And just to remind some of the viewers, as you mentioned earlier, Fargo says that Kawahara wins this match 85.8% of the time. But that's on paper. Let's see what happens in real life here.
Yeah, Ropero's had her chances,
Sure.
and she hasn't been, you know, she's been real close to winning a couple more games. Probably looking to play the cue ball behind the 7 here. Could take an aggressive thin cut at it. The cue ball will be pretty loose. It's actually tracking the right way. Just more of a question. Pretty hard to pocket the 1 here, and has a pretty high percentage safe behind the 7. Particularly using the bridge is going to make the pocketing even tougher. Tried to play behind the 7, just caught it too thickly.
She's done that a couple of times now, where she's caught that double kiss and catches it too thick. Doesn't give it a chance to get away from the ball.
Bit of an unconventional save here, but you could cut the 1 towards the right corner pocket and use the 2-4-6 as a 3-ball wall on the right side of the table. I guess you could call it in as well. I wouldn't actually try to make it. I like the shot, but I would have played it with the right spin as well to get the cue ball over to the right side of the table more. I think Ropero's gonna... She might go at this, might try to make something happen. The 3-9's tied up, so they'll be fighting over that ball within a couple shots. If you were gonna play safe here, you could load the cue ball up with left and try to hold the cue ball. The movement of the cue ball going to the right. Shot. Position going to work out?
Yes, it did. But going from the 2 to the 3 is she's going to have to play safe. Find a place to play safe.
Yeah. Could draw the cue ball back 2 rails, but the 8 is kind of in the way of the track of breaking out the 3-9. Looks like she'll have to cross the cue ball here. Biggest issue with that is that 3 will be banking towards the 8-9. Won't be able to control it exactly. If she hits one of those balls, could try to thread it in between them. Yeah, tough shot there. Didn't leave anything straight in, but Kawahara will be a favorite to get safe after this inning. Gonna call the bank. She made 1 bank side earlier in the set. These are the kind of banks that are high enough percentage that you really want to consider them, unless you have like a real layup safe.
Plus the 6 ball makes it a little bit bigger pocket.
Nice shot. Held the cue ball just. Looks like a power draw stroke here. She'll want to be drawing it enough that the cue ball won't be running into the 10 off the 5. This is where Kawahara excels. Strong fundamentals. Just lengthen her backstroke here. Not rush anything. Cued it low, cued it too high, and missed the ball. Yeah, both players just not quite on their game. they'll be looking to find something a little stronger. Is Kawahara in the showdown? I believe she would be.
Let's find out. I believe she is with a 749 Fargo. She should
Yeah.
be. She is not.
Okay. That just shows how strong that field is then. List those players off quickly. You have them in
Sure.
front of you?
The
Yeah.
8 seeded players will be Cho Che-Yu, Cheska Centeno, Kelly Fisher, Allison Fisher, Christina Zalteva, Jasmine Ocean, Bean Hung, and Amber Chen. And then the invited players were Pia Filler, Seo Soa, Christina Takach, Margarita Fefilova, Steyer, Yuki Hiraguchi, Wei Tu Ching, Han Yu, and Simi Chen.
Yeah. I think that might be the strongest women's field ever assembled.
Yeah, having Simi and Han Yu come over from China has made it, really pumps those numbers up, like you just mentioned.
Wei Bean Hung as well. Asian players in the tournament.
Cheska proved herself last year in the 10 ball.
Yeah. It's a 9-ball tournament, pardon me, or it's a 10-ball tournament? I'm not.
It's 10 ball, same format,
Yeah.
same races. And just before that showdown on the 25th, we have the mixed doubles. with
Yeah, that'll
eight
be a
pairing.
great tournament as well.
That's a great pairing.
Nice long pot there from Ropero, nicely on the 5. Not much cue ball movement for the next 3 shots here, really for the rest of the rack. So Ropero looking to get within 1 game of Kawahara here. Moving through the rack nicely.
You know, right here, a lot of players would probably, yeah, she's playing the play to the, I was going to say, play the 8 ball to the corner, play position for the corner pocket instead of trying to come back for the side.
Yeah.
She's lined up so nice on this 7. And she brought that back a little more than she wanted to.
Yeah, she's going to beat the scratch. She has to baby it a little bit. Good shot. It's a little bit tougher to target the object ball there, but it makes the pocket bigger at that speed. So if you do target it reasonably well, you should make it. Especially on newer cloth. You can play the inside rail a little more.
You'll get more slide off that inside rail.
Yeah. So Ropero's still in this first set after making a few mistakes. She's going to be up to break in the 6th game. Looking to force a hill in the first set. Shot there from Ropero.
And after losing 3 games in a row, she rights the ship and now trails 2-3 in a race to 4. Getting back to that mixed doubles, we have 8 exciting partnerships set up for this one-day event here in Las Vegas. And you have the likes of Allison Fisher and Shane Van Boning playing together, Kelly Fisher and Alex Kazakis, Pia and Joshua Filler, Jasmine and Albin Ocean, Margaret and Tyler Steyer, Christina Takach and Feder Gorst, Wei Tu Ching and Ko Pin Yi, Chang Zhon Lin, and Chao Che Yu. It was funny when we were in Austria, my wife and I went out walking in the evenings and stuff, and Chang and Cho, along with the rest of the Chinese Taipei contingent, were out walking around, visiting the shops and things after dinner. So they were a little bit of sightseeing while we were there.
I'm sure they've traveled a lot together over the years.
Sure.
I mean, it's a good tournament when you can't pick a winner. Or if you were going to do some kind of pool, everyone would be picked and everyone would be happy with who they got, right? Oh, look out for the cue ball. 7 ball just missed it. Decent result here. She's going to have a shot on the 1. Feel like she'll want to be playing the 1 to the corner. Problem with that is the cue ball will be tracking towards the side. Might have to get aggressive and elevate. Try to get the cue ball going to the right of the side pocket. She's looking at getting through the angle. If she can, she definitely will. I'd be leery of the side pocket here, though. Tough. So worried about where the cue ball's going there. So Kawahara going to have the first look at winning the first set here. I think she's going to have to combo the 3 into the 5. Have to see how the 3 ends up off that. Could choose to play the 3 into the rail off the 5. She'll have more control. Yeah, had to elevate there.
Yeah, there's 48 players in the Las Vegas Women's Open. First place is $18,000. Second place is $10,500. $60,000 in prize funds for this tournament. That's a little bit of spending capital.
Yeah, and the prize money's gone up over the years, the same as all other Predator promoted tournaments. It's good to see. Really, all the Predator tournaments are the biggest tournaments in the world for women.
And there's quite a few of them.
Nice shot there, as long as the cue ball doesn't get too far to the left. Just barely did.
Tough to play shape on a 3 from there.
Yeah, a little too much angle to be wanting to go 3 rails forward. Very tough draw shot, though. I think you have to soft draw at this. If you go forward, you're always going to end up too far from the 3. Very touchy shot here.
Let's see if that side pocket comes into play. She's drawing the ball.
It's a tough shot. Thinks she got away with it. Offers her hand an apology. She did. Ropero will be a favorite to hit this ball. Real low percentage of kicking the 10 in the side. It's worth calling. Coming 2 rails at the 1 here. Still got a stack of 3 balls, 3 or 4 balls in the middle of the table there. So if she does hit it, decent chance to get safe. Nice shot.
I was going to have you explain to the viewers why it's a better shot to go 2 rails at that 1 instead of 1.
Yeah,
And that was a great example as to why.
Yeah. Better chances to get separation there. Makes the ball bigger the more you come at it diagonally.
Clean hit,
Yeah.
but
Ropero going to have the half chance here. 3 passes the 8. Just have to weave the cue ball between the 4, 6, 9. It's decently natural. Bit of right spin. Just not quite putting it together when she needs to.
well, give you an idea of Simi Chin's power at the table. She's already completed her 2-set victory over Mary Kaufman.
Yep, Mary's a local player from Vegas. Ran the CSI Vegas division for a while. Nice lady.
Well, Chihiro looks good here in closing out this first set.
Yeah, probably have to combo at the 6-9.
That's the biggest problem, I think.
I think it's too aggressive to try to run the cue ball into the 9 after pocketing the 4. It's tempting though because the 5's over the pocket. Just too many balls in the way that she could get behind. So I think she'll be playing the combo in the 6-9. You know, if she hits the inside of the 9, there's a very little chance of actually getting behind anything else. But again, I think it's just a little too risky. Smart play. Not worth the risk there.
I think if at any time when she shot the 4, she could have maybe gone into the 6 to move it.
True, yeah.
But that was a while back. So
should be going one rail here. Just trying to get on a good straight line angle towards the combo. As close to the 6 as possible. Oh, I'm surprised she's drawing this ball. She's going to shoot it in the same pocket.
Major error.
For some reason, that didn't occur to me.
To go short rail?
To just, try to play the 6 in the same pocket as the 5. I think it's because there's so little room down there, and it did end up getting her. It wasn't a bad shot, though, especially if she drew it more around 3 rails inside it.
This could be a big break for Mayte. Oh, what a shot.
Great shot.
Well, we're not doing any highlight shots, are we?
Kawahara's pumped up after that shot. You can see it in her face. All pocketing here. Cue ball's coming around natural 3 rails into the short rail and back up for the 9. Hit this ball with just a touch of outside. Cut down on the cut-induced throw. That shows which pocket she prefers to cut the ball in. I thought she was going to the right pocket there.
I would think so, too, because it gave her better shape on the 9.
She must just really prefer cutting the ball that way, though.
Yeah,
just even the way the cue ball lied, I
was
almost sure she was going to the right pocket, but I guess she just prefers cutting it to the right.
No, she's got to play. She's got to play this bank shot, in my opinion. She's got to play it to the corner and get on. Position's natural for the 10. Just bank it in. But
played this safe side of the bank where she did get reasonably safe. Ropero's got to go here, though.
Yeah, and actually she hits these shots pretty good. She really does. She's good at shooting shots down the rail.
Cue ball's kind of tracking towards the bottom right corner pocket, but I think she can manipulate it a little bit and play it into the short rail.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That is a bad
oh,
roll
that's,
there.
Wow.
That's a real bad roll.
I was going to say when she was shooting, that just a hint of left-hand English there would have kept her away from that shot.
Yeah.
Well, that closes out the first set, and Chihiro will win that 4-2. Mayte will be breaking to open the second set. The time at the table for both these players was right at 50% for both. They were pretty even. Overall performance is pretty close, 705 to 651 in favor of Chihiro, with a 2-game lead there. Chihiro also broke better, did not foul on her breaks where Mayte had won. Eleven missed shots by Mayte and 7 missed shots by Chihiro.
Yeah, that's the glaring stat for
Yep.
me. And Mayte knows that. You know, matches like this happens. Everybody's been there, but she's got to cut down on the missed balls for sure in that short of a race.
Yeah, I mean, look at this, pocketed balls. Chihiro with 31 and Mayte with 29.
Yeah.
You had a 2 games difference.
Right. Made about the same amount of balls. Just ended up getting Kawahara ended up getting the advantage, particularly the scratch on the 9 in the last game.
The run-out percentage was pretty close at 23%.
Not too many fouls, only 1 foul in the whole set.
Yep.
Kicking well.
They both played safety rather efficiently. They're both in the 80s. And we are back in action. Set number 2. Starting things off will be Mayte Ropero. And just to correct a quick mistake that I misspoke to was the women's showdown is actually 9-ball, not 10-ball. So 16 of the top women players will be playing 9-ball. Meanwhile, Mayte has made 2 balls on the break. A good opening shot on the 1. She's going to have to work a little for good position on the 2, but Eric will bring the rest of it for you.
Yeah, a little too much angle here on the 1. Probably going to have to travel up and down 20 feet if she wants to get good position on the 2. You could slow roll this, but it's just not a shot that you'd ever want to slow roll.
I would say that 90% of the misses are when you slow roll this ball, this type of a shot.
Yeah, it's a big mistake that amateurs make. So pros won't make it. I mean, the only reason she even tried that is because the 6-7 were in such a bad position for her coming up and down table. But you can see what happens when you slow roll balls like that. It's just so tough to pocket them. So Kawahara with the first look here in the second set. Winning the first set, she'll have the confidence knowing that the worst she can do in the match is a shootout. Of course, she'll be trying to avoid that.
I didn't like that. I liked hitting the right side of the ball with just real slow speed, and then because the 3 ball's over the side pocket, and anywhere in the vicinity of the 2, you're going to have shape on the 3.
Yeah, she's kind of going to get more distance taking
Sure.
that track most of the time. She's okay, though. She's straight enough. Cue ball come up 1 rail here. She's got enough angle to draw the cue ball to the left. Finding the window between the 7-9. Likely shooting the 6 in the same pocket as the 4. Wouldn't say that Kawahara played badly in the first set, but she's capable of playing better. So is Ropero.
Well, one of the glaring stats that we had were the number of missed balls.
Yeah, for sure high on Ropero's side and even high for Kawahara. Coming in at a 650 Fargo. Expected balls missed in a race to 4 would be 3 at most.
Side pocket.
Oh. Just got in front of the side there. Cue ball's not playing great here. It's going to run into the 9. It's actually going to run around the 9 and kind of back into it. Not quite sure here. Might try to manipulate it outside and then around it. Play the 7 on the side.
She could play the 7 to the same pocket as the 6 with a little speed.
Not quite enough angle, I don't think. Tried that. Clipped the 7, clipped the 9 on the way through.
Francisco Sanchez Reese sitting there watching his teammate, Mayte Ropero.
Yeah, some nice support there. Ruiz will be playing the men's World 10 ball happening later this week. He's in the winners qualification round of the men's Las Vegas Open, which you're going to see some action from that later on today.
Oh. She called it in the corner.
Yeah.
And made it in the side.
Well, the cue ball kind of jumped off the second rail and came off more square than she was expecting.
Yeah, the way she cued that had a little bit of hop to it. Off the bridge.
So a bit of a gimme here for Ropero in the first game of the second set.
Well, Mayte had her chances to win that or to get tough on that first set, and now she starts off with the first game of the second set.
Men's rounds will resume at 11:30 local time. On this table, we'll be bringing you Albin Ocean versus Ko Ping Yi. Going to be a great match.
And as you said, that is a winner's qualification, so that will get them into the final 32 of the stage 2 of this tournament, the Las Vegas Open. You know, one of the things I noticed about the women's showdown is it pays $35,000 to the winner.
It's good prize money.
And all players get at least $2,000.
Great. She's cut the last 2 breaks. Yeah, 6 goes in. Shot on the 1, thin one. The cue ball will be playing relatively safe across table, probably running into the 3-4, but likely still developing a shot off that. I like her pre-shot routine here. Then, knew that this was the only shot on. Just a little too thin for her, I guess.
I'm actually surprised she didn't take that on.
It was thin. Left an edge here, though. Kawahara looking for a way to release the cue ball up table. Good shot. Had to avoid a lot of traffic going to the left there.
Called the 10 in the side here on the kick. They will be traveling in that direction, I think.
Yeah, maybe off the 4.
Yeah.
Oh, the 8's
she's
more
called
wire
the
than
8.
the 10. Yeah, it's a good call. Threw the wrong way. When the balls are that close together, depending on what side you hit of the ball in front of it, you can kind of throw the angle that it's going towards the pocket. So Kawahara with a decent chance here to level the score. Toughest shot in the rack is going to be the 3-9. Might have to combo the 5 into the 7 as well. Nice hit here. As long as it slows up. That was a good try. I mean, she needed to be close to the 3 there to up her percentage of comboing into the 9. Gonna be looking to hide the cue ball between near the 8-10, ideally right behind the 8. 3's not gonna move anywhere, just hitting it very thinly.
Went through and gave her a shot.
Yeah.
Hits the 8 ball full, and she's got her fully hooked behind the 10 ball.
I'd lean towards not banking at this one because you're queuing over the 8. So easy to get some unwanted spin on the ball. It's going to affect the banking angle of the 3. Don't quite see any safes yet. I mean, there's something. But all the balls are right near the rail. 4 of the 6 balls are right near the rail. Yeah, it was a tough save. Created distance.
Left a tough shot.
Yeah, I think the angle of the cue ball can play between the 8-10. Pocketing is going to be the biggest challenge on this shot. Could thin the 3 to the left. Use the 10 as a blocker. I like going the other way there. Cutting the 3 towards the rail instead of the cue ball. So Ropero with the first solid offensive chance in this rack. Gonna have to combo at the 5-7. Have to think about controlling the 5 off the 7. Just try and get close to the 5 here. Give your targeting field highest percentage. Cue ball can play off the rail. Biggest danger here is the 5 tracks a little bit too far to the left and you don't get a shot, but I feel like the cue ball is going to come off and up and off the rail that she'll get a shot either way. Good shot. Bunch of left spin here to shorten the angle enough. This is the pace that I was talking about that I've seen her play at in the past.
Well, she hit it for a little bit in the first set when she won a game, and then it just went away.
Yeah, I mean she had some tough shots, and that's always going to lead into you can't really be freewheeling around the table. But the times I've seen her play well, see this is it's a tough shot, but I think just kind of getting down a little quicker here, taking the shot clock out of the equation. Nice shot.
Do you follow this? I like following this with a lot of high right English.
I do too. The only thing I'd be worried about is the cue ball could be running into the 10 off 2 rails. If it was running around it, I like following it. I think she'll choose to draw it just to avoid running into the 10. Could manipulate the pocket to avoid it. Nice shot.
Perfect. And this for a 2-game lead in the second set. And she does get that second game. A couple of matches that are going on at this opening round. You have Veronique Menard just lost in the shootout to Soledad Ayala.
Ayala is an underrated player from, I think, Argentina or somewhere in near the South America.
It is Argentina, yes.
Yeah, she's a good player.
Savannah Easton and Sophia Mast are in battle on table 1.
Who won the first set there?
Savannah won the first set and trails 2-1 in the second set.
Okay.
April Larson won the first set over Diana Coronado. Kennedy Mayman won the first set and leads 3-1 in the second over Gigi Callejas. Bojana Sarach won 2-0 over Frances So. Monica Zarbek over Shirin Voleri 2-0. Of course, it was Simi Chen over Mary Kaufman 2-0. Mayte looking at this 2-ball.
Yeah, so all the seedings for this tournament were done through the prior rankings of the Women's Pro Billiard Series. So you have players like Chen that didn't play as many Women's Pro Billiard Series. That's an unlucky scratch.
That's
there.
the second time she scratched on that 10 ball, off the 10 ball in the previous game in the first set.
Like not in obvious ways either,
Correct.
right? Ways that she could have got away with it.
Just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Just.
Smart shot here. Didn't work out, though. It's starting to become a little glaring for Kawahara here in the second set. And she's an underdog in this rack. And if she doesn't win it, she'll be down 3-0. Nice that she has the closest long rail here. Thought she actually had to kick up table. She's almost on a guaranteed hit. Small percentage chance of kicking it in.
Whoops.
Underneath it and in the pocket. I like shooting the 4 and the 5 in the same pocket. Just not worrying about shooting the 5 past the 6. It does pocket. You always want to avoid shooting pass balls if you can. Ropero will be looking to stay on the inside of the 6 here, get an angle drawing to the left. Does have the angle to follow it over around the 8 as well if she chooses to. It's a margin call, almost a preference shot. Whether the player prefers to follow the ball or draw the ball here. A lot of room over on the left side of the table once she gets past the 8. I like that shot.
These 4 balls to write her own fate.
Nice shot there, back into the angle, got nice and close to it. A little unfortunate not to get any kind of angle to move closer to the 9, but should be okay just stopping the cue ball here. Natural angle looks good here. Fall through to the rail. Kill the cue ball, going back into the 10. Good shot. Stayed in line fairly well throughout those 6 balls. She'll be on the hill here in the second set with a commanding lead, 3-0.
And breaking the balls to win that 4th and important set to send it to a shootout.
Seven-foot table starting to fill up a little bit here. Singles players coming in. Probably first match of the day. We're at 11 o'clock. 3 full ballrooms are full of tables here, George. What a nice tournament this is.
Yeah, 347-foot tables, 18 tournament tables for the pros. 7,000 players expected to run through these ballrooms in the 10 days or 11 days that we're here.
Made 2 on the break, didn't get an open shot on the 1. Might have the left side of it. Left side of it's not really helping her. The cue ball be running into the 3. And just push to the middle of the back rail here. Challenge Kawahara into a tough pocketing shot. I like right in the middle. I don't really like angling over to that diamond. Too easy to play the cue ball behind the 10 now.
Well, the 1 ball plays to the side pocket now. Or does it go by the 4? No, it doesn't.
Yeah. See what I mean, though? Because she put her on this angle, she can track the cue ball to the right a little more. If she put her in the middle of the rail, it would have been tougher to get over into that coverage area, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to come right up against the 10, I think.
Yeah. Nice shot. Perfect weight. Unfortunately, left the obvious long rail to kick at the 1. If the 1 was any closer to the short rail, you'd definitely want to be going at it 2 rails, but I feel like it's just far enough that you could consider going at it 1 rail. Kind of power draw at it. Have to elevate for that, though, so maybe 2 rails is a better play. Got right around it. Well, this rack lines up real well. Beginning of the rack, not much cue ball movement at all. Really throughout the whole rack. Balls playing naturally into each other. Men's qualification matches getting ready to kick off here. Right at the 11:30 time slot.
She'll come 2 rails around the 5 ball here for the 5 ball in the corner pocket on the same side as the 4. Or is she going to stay up on top of it? Yeah.
Some feature matches going on there. Roland Garcia against Josh Filler. Shane Van Boning and Tyler Steyer. Wu Kun Lin, Carlo Beato. Fortunsky and Grape. Pagulayan and John Mora, Battle of Canada. Feder Gorst and Levan Corteza.
Those are marquee matches.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of you sitting at home just heard Eric read off some of the matches coming up here at 11:30 on the men's side, winners qualification. And don't you wish you were here? Entrance is free to the Rio. Come on back. Get in the stands. And watch all.
If you can't make it down, we'll bring you all the action on stream.
Yeah, watch all 14 tables and play in the 1 ballroom. We have 4 here next to this stream table. Kawahara, very capable of mounting a strong comeback here and taking this to a hill-hill match. Trailing 3-0 in this race to 4. To avoid a shootout is what she wants to do.
It's very strong technically. Good backstroke pace, good timing in her stroke. Doesn't overhit the ball when she doesn't have to. Gets through that rack nicely and inches closer to winning the second set here. Ropero still with the lead 3-1.
Time at the table for this set has been 55% for Mayte, and of course 45 for Chihiro, who will now spend more time at the table as she did win that first game. Trailing 1-3 now, game number 5.
Went for the cut break there. Missed the one on the side. If you don't get the one on the side cutting the break like that, you're less likely to pocket a ball or fluke a ball in besides the one. And Ropero's going to have a decent look here at finishing off the second set. 2 to the 3 is going to require some tight cue ball movement. After that, the rack looks okay. Nice stroke there. Almost reminds me of Ruiz, how she kind of just like gets into the shot. You know what I mean? Like almost like high adrenaline a little bit, you know? And I think she just needs to go with that a little more. Kind of coming around, looking at the angles. That's fine if that's her pre-shot routine. But I feel like she has enough talent to just kind of let it go a little more.
You know, now that you mentioned that, I see just the way she walked around that table for that particular shot. I see Francisco at the table.
Yeah, yeah. It's a certain pre-shot routine that, you know, a lot of top players will use. Didn't get the angle she wanted here on the 3. Oh, does it barely pocket? No. 7's going to come to her rescue here. Possible to kick this ball in. More defensive shot is kicking off the long rail and trying to kick the 3 up the same long rail that the cue ball is coming from.
She's going to have to cut this very thin, but she could pocket the ball.
Yeah. That was the safest play there. Didn't quite work out how she wanted, but didn't leave anything offensive for Ropero.
Yeah, trying to pocket that ball would lend itself to missing the whole ball.
Yeah.
Had to be that thin.
Yeah, too much risk in hitting it that thin. She's going to go for the bank here. Could try to run the cue ball into the 4. If you don't, you still have the 4-8 combo. I think she got it. Nice shot. Is there room past the 7?
She has to slide it off the rail, I think.
Yeah. She actually could hit it at slow speed and just follow through the angle and pocket the 5 in the opposite corner pocket.
Or pocket the 5 in the side.
Yeah, either one will do.
It doesn't go by the 10 there. But yeah.
Nice shot.
Oh, she had plenty of room.
She's in now to win the second set here.
Yeah.
Good recovery from Ropero in the second set. Kawahara gave her kind of a gift in the first rack of the set. Took full advantage. Made some nice shots from there. Cue ball's tracking a little funny here. It's going a little close to the 6. Enough room. She's okay.
looking good to close out this set. Just a nice stop, maybe even follow it just a hair to get a little more angle on this on the 7 to get to the 8.
Got a little straight here where she might consider the corner. Just depends how straight she really is.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to play it to the long rail and lay on the rail or close to it to have an angle to come out towards the 9.
Yeah, this is good. Nice and close to it. Cue ball moving naturally to the left. One rail out for the 10 in the same pocket, and we're looking right down the barrel of a shootout here.
And this 10 ball to send it to that high pressured shootout. And Mayte Ropero wins set number 2, forcing a 4-inning shootout. Mary Catherine Griggs, the referee, about ready to instruct the players. Get all the balls out of that corner pocket and the 10 ball in play.
Yeah, it looks like both players going to stay in the arena. Both players took a break after the first set, so we're just going to get right on with it here.
And if there's no break coming, we'll stay with you and talk about some of the things that are going on here in Vegas. The men's just kicked it off, and Eric called off some very, very high-quality matches. We have a big one coming to you right after this match between Copigny and Albin Ocean. Carlo Beato is practicing over on one of the tables close to this. And he'll be playing, I forgot who you mentioned he was playing.
It was a strong matchup.
It was a very strong matchup.
Might have been Feder Gorst, can't remember.
That was
Kawahara with the first shot here in the shootout. If there's any shot you want to make, it's the first shot.
really.
I mean, can't be digging yourself a hole right from the beginning.
And she did not. Big opening for Mayte Ropero.
Yeah.
Well, a big takedown, too. She trails her with 114 points of Fargo.
Sure, 7-1 dog in this match, yeah.
She was, Fargo said at the beginning of this match, she was 14%. Odds of her winning this match was 14.2%. And here she is in a shootout, and her opponent has missed the first shot out of 4 innings.
So she's the favorite now.
Well, this is big for her. She makes this one. It really adds pressure to Chihiro's shooting on this one shot.
Oh, missed it badly. Missed it by a fair bit there. Kind of let up on her stroke on the way through. Let up on the pace of the shot.
Oh, that was a big shot for her, too. What an advantage to have the opening shot. Yeah, Beato's playing Wuku Lin.
Okay. I mean, whatever you do on this shootout shot, you got to go after it. You know, you got to hit it at like good medium speed, if not higher speed, if you want to really kind of put an aggressive stroke on it.
To give you an idea on how some of these ladies practice for this shot, I saw a video on Facebook by Christina Tkach where she has all 15 balls in the middle diamond there, and she runs them all switching sides and runs all 15 balls on the shootout. And there's the first make by Kawahara.
Yeah, well, you got to think in a format like this, it's going to come up in one of the rounds where you're gonna have to win this challenge to win the match.
Well, I would definitely practice it, and I think that video by Christina is a very good example on how to practice that. And she was practicing just the regular shootout, not the sudden death one, which is backed up. They backed the cue ball up 1 diamond. But you would practice both of them, of course. But you've got to win the first shootout to get to the second.
Nice shot. See, that's better pace there. Just went after it. I've said it about 4 or 5 times in this match, but I really believe this for Ropero. She just needs to go. She's talented enough, you know? Like, she just kind of got up and trusted her talent on that shot, didn't overthink it, and went, right?
And you used a very key word there. Sorry to interrupt you, but that word, you overthink it.
Yeah.
I think that's when she slows down, is when she's thinking instead of letting her instincts walk her through it.
Yeah, because her instincts are strong and her talent is strong enough. Just has to believe that.
The shot number 3, inning number 3.
Watch out for the cue ball here. It's real close. It's in.
It's in.
Jeez.
That will count as a miss. Now this shot is really big for Mayte. A make here, and she's 1 make away from winning the whole thing.
Yeah. Just had to, I guess, just didn't catch enough outside on that, or maybe not quite enough draw. Pretty rare that you actually see the cue ball go in.
Big shot here.
Got it. Right in the heart.
And this actually sends it to sudden death for Chihiro. She misses this, it's over.
Yep.
Mayte won't even have to shoot. She'll made 2 shots out of the 4 innings. Big shot right here. A must make.
Just got it in. Side of the pocket. See a bit of relief on her face there. No, she knows how close she was to missing that one.
Now, a make here by Mayte, and the match is over, and she wins it.
Nice to have the fate of the match in your hands.
Sure.
It's like shooting the Tannehill Hill, but if you miss, you're still in the match.
Yes.
So it's a nice confidence boost. It's kind of like a free roll.
Keep in mind, if she misses this, the cue ball gets backed up 1 diamond. And the shootout continues to sudden death, though.
Got it.
Big make. I like the way she shoots that.
Yeah. Good comeback from Ropero there.
Great match. And as you mentioned, here's a player that started out with the odds of 14.2% of winning it, and she has won the match in a shootout.
Yeah, struggled a little bit. Took her a while to settle in, but really played well from second set on.
And we'll be back with Koping Yi and Albin Ocean. Stay tuned, folks.
Talk to you soon.